Hey, Matthew. Hey, David. Thanks very much for your order. These are your brand new chef and small petty knife. So I'm going to do our standard QC inspection for you and go over a couple of tips as well. There are detailed tips and care instructions in here and a few other items. Even our most experienced chefs learn one or two new things, so please do have a look. So first things first, I'm going to just make sure I get all the leather off the edge of the knives before I do my QC inspection. Let's find a piece of magazine paper. All right, here we go. All right. So you can see this knife is wicked sharp. I can hear how toothy that edge is, and I love it when I'm cutting it. Same thing. Oh wow, God, that's nice. With this small petty knife. Okay, let's do the rest of the inspection. I'm going to walk you through it on the chef, and I'm going to do it silently on the petty. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that these pins are nice and flush with the handle. They are. I'm checking the handle to make sure it feels really nice and soft, especially up here at the front, because that's where you're going to spend most of your time, especially in a pinch grip. I'm going to inspect to make sure that between the Maple, Richlite, the Green G10, and the Tang, there are no gaps. There aren't any. Again, I'm feeling this to make sure it's really soft. Checking this. This is called the choil. It's nice and soft. We spend a lot of time rounding it so that you're nice and comfortable. We don't want you to have calluses on your index finger or your middle finger. Really soft spine. Let's do a visual inspect of the edge grind. Make sure it's nice and even. It is. I'm going to run this through my fingernail. I could already tell from the magazine cut that this is nice and toothy, and it is. So let's do the same on the small petty. Really good, really soft. Really soft up here. Yeah, that's perfect. Soft spine, soft choil, good edge, good even edge grind. Yeah, really nice. Okay. Oh, by the way, just so you know, right around the tip on the small petty knife, we don't like to go to a true zero apex. We like it to be a tiny, tiny bit fat. That's because for me, this is my avocado knife. So whenever I'm, getting the flesh out of the avocado, I'm holding it in hand personally. I know like a lot of people don't do that, but I hold it in hand, and this is my way of ensuring that even if it does slice through, it's not going to slice through my skin. Okay, so just call it half, quarter of an inch right on the tip of this. Not a true apex. It will still cut magazine paper, as you saw right there. So again, that's a little extra safety feature that we do intentionally. All right. So real quick, just so you know how to store these, best way is in the leather sheath. Please match up the AR on the knife and the AR on the sheath. That's for two reasons. Number one, and I don't recommend doing this, but it's going to make sure it doesn't fall out. If you're in a working kitchen, this leather is going to loosen a little bit over time. So please, don't carry it around like this, obviously. The other reason is that there is a leather welt at the bottom of the sheath, and that's going to make sure you don't cut through. So you can fit this knife in upside down, but I really don't recommend it because there is no welt on the top of the sheath, and it will also just fall right out. Okay, so some tips. Obviously, if you're going to be storing it on a knife magnet, just make sure you do so by putting it on spine first, rotating, and then to take it off, rotate like that. You never want the edge to touch the magnet. There's one other thing that I wanted to tell you that's escaping me right now. Oh, well, yeah, I guess congratulations on the new job. I hope everything goes very, very well. Before I send these out, I'm going to clean them up, put a little bit of food grade mineral oil on it. I have a dedicated rag for that. So especially on the handles, these handles really love food grade mineral oil. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. And if I may be so bold, don't let your fellow chefs use these. We've had a lot of issues in professional kitchens where somebody's being extra aggressive and breaking down chicken bones or lobster claws or whatever, and you wind up damaging the edge. Remember, these are think of this as a BMW. It's not a Ferrari. It's not a a Volkswagen. So it's that perfect knife that's going to fly through 95% of the foods that you're working with. But we don't want you using this on anything that's going to potentially damage the edge because it's just 12 thousandths of an inch thick behind the edge. So for bones and for things that, you know, like I said, lobsters, etc., or squash, use that cleaver. Use that blade that's really thick behind the edge, you know, and don't, you know, this is not a knife that you want to get into something and then start torquing, because you can chip the edge. In 5 years, we've had 2 chipped edges get sent back, and it's for those reasons. So, anyways, really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Enjoy your new knives. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like the look of this thing. Okay.